Exciting news! You get to move. Maybe it's a relocation. Maybe you're downsizing. Maybe you're upsizing. Maybe you're moving across country. Maybe you're moving out of country. Whatever the situation, you start to look around and go, oh, I got a lot of stuff. And it costs a lot of money to move a lot of stuff. What do I got to do? It's time to declutter. That can be emotional and it can stir up a lot of things for some people. But I've actually witnessed and been a party to helping some of my clients as they go through the process of declutter. And it's actually very cathartic for them. It opens up space physically in the home, but it also opens up space mentally for them. So I'm going to offer some tips and ideas and suggestions about how to go through the process of decluttering your home, getting yourself ready for a move. Let's get to it. Hey, Laura Gallant here with Mountain Prairie Living, empowered by ERA Shields, and welcome to my channel where I answer questions about the home buying and selling process and talk about the beautiful things there are here to do in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm just going to offer some ideas, tips, and suggestions about how to go through the decluttering process. I'm going to start with talking about some of the motivations that will help you get started. Now, here's a few motivations. Moving items in a distance, whether it be state to state, out of country, cost money. And they charge you by the amount of space you use in the truck, as well as how much weight you use in the truck. So the less stuff, the less cost. Motivation number one. Motivation number two, sometimes there's things in your possession that bring up negative thoughts and negative energy. Why not get rid of them now? Why would you pay to have them move somewhere else? Why would you box them up and continue to move them with you? Let them go. This is a great opportunity for that. And tip number three, I just said it before, open up space for the potential of what could be. It's a great motivator as you go through this process of decluttering. Okay, I'm offering 10 tips. There's probably plenty more, but let's start with tip number one. Give yourself time. It could be a year. It could be 6 months. Don't expect that you're going to be able to go through the process of decluttering and preparing if you've been in that house a long time and you have a lot of stuff. It's going to bring up emotions, so you want to have time to allow yourself to work through it slowly. Tip number two, start in a small area, and I mean small. Don't look at a whole bedroom. Maybe that's too much for you. Maybe you just look at a closet, one closet, or maybe one china hutch. You're going to go through that one china hutch. That's all you're going to do. Start small to allow yourself to understand the process, what it might evoke for you emotionally, or the uncertainty, nervousness of it, and work your way through it. You might have to do some self-talk as you go through it, but start small. Now here's a bit of the process. You have 4 choices of what to do with the item. You could decide it's going to be donated to charity, and you have a box for that charity. So set that box up and make sure it's ready. You could decide you're going to pass it to a family member and you want to share the story with that person. So put it in the box that says you're going to share it with a family member. You could decide it's got to go in the trash. Why the heck did I even keep this? Have a trash box. And the 4th box is something that you're going to keep and bring with you. Wrap it up, make sure it's ready to go for any moving company, and that part of the process is already done, so you're ahead of the game. Having boxes ready for each one of those concepts makes this process go so much easier. If you did start small and you only worked on the closet, at the end of that day or the weekend, take those boxes to charity, contact those family members about those items, and let them know that you'd like to share with them this item and the story that goes behind it. If you've got it already packed up and ready to go, set it in the garage or whatever space you are preparing for the movers to come pick things up from. And if it's trash, then get rid of it. Tip number 5 is going to be hard for some of you. Here's your objective. 50% of the items have got to go. Now, you might be going, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that. You'd be surprised. You might easily be able to do that. You might even surprise yourself and say 75% of this stuff goes. And of course, it depends on the length of time your move may be. If you're moving out of country, you're going to be a little bit more motivated to get rid of a lot of this stuff because it costs a lot of money. But there's 4 choices, remember, in this process. But your goal is to get at least 50% of the items gone. And if you get more, even better. Tip number 6, how to handle the emotions of the experiences and the memories that are related to that item. It's going to come up, right? So what can you do? Do you truly need that trophy with you in the next space? Or could you take a picture of it and maybe blog about it so that you have the picture and the memory shared together online? But consider a variety of other ways that you can keep the memory, because remember, it's the memory that you're holding on to that evokes the emotion, not the thing. So take a picture of it, write a vlog about it, write a story about it, and let it go. That way you get rid of the item, but you maintain the memory, because that's really what's evoking the emotion and the experience reminder, that memory that's coming up. Now this one's gonna be hard. This is just a tip. You might offer an item that was so valuable to you to a family member, and you'll share the story with them, and they might decide they really don't want it. Don't be offended. Let that go. It's their life, it's their choices. Sharing the memory might be really cool with them, but they decide they didn't want it. Don't be offended. Here's what it can tell you. Maybe it's time to donate that item or let it go. If your family doesn't want it and the memory, you can take a picture of it, you can write a vlog about it or write something about it and let go of the thing. So don't be offended if a family member does not want your item. Tip number 8, just because a relative gave it to you does not mean you have to hold on to it. You could do the same thing. Take a picture, write what you know about the story of why you received it. But it's okay to let it go. If they're already gone, it didn't go with them. Let it go. So just because a relative gave it to you does not mean you have to hold on to it. Tip number 9, focus on the freedom that letting go of these items is going to offer you. It's going to free up space on the moving truck, space in the new home, and the mental space that the stress and the emotions that were relating to that were taking up in your head. So stay focused on freeing up that space and opening it up for opportunity in the future. And the 10th tip is stay focused on the future. It's going to be hard. It's going to be emotional. I know it. I've watched it. I've had clients who've gone through it. But in the end, they all said this one thing to me, that they wish they had done it sooner. If you found value in this information, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support my channel and I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're here to check out the information I provided. If you're relocating to Colorado Springs, maybe you're doing a military move, PCSing here, and you'd like more information about the home buying or selling process, because maybe you're getting PCSed out or relocating elsewhere, then feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is located below in the description box. If you'd like more information about how to prepare your home for a fast sale, then check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.